What's up, guys? Max here, and big news, shirts are in. Okay, so yep, as you can see, shirts are in. Let me show you the back. If you or someone you know wants a super sweet Scuttlebutt Show shirt, send those requests my way, and I will work as hard as I can to get them fulfilled as soon as possible. If you're back in the States, I'm going to try to figure out a way to distribute shirts and merch. And if you're in Okinawa, easy, I got you. Just hit me up. For those who aren't aware, if you just found me recently, the Scuttlebutt Show has been in existence for a little over 2 years. We started, wait, is that true? Yes, that's true. Probably about 2.5 years. We started on Veterans Day, 2017. Was the first time we ever went live on the air in San Diego when we were on broadcast radio. And then we became podcast only in 2019. If you have recently found us, thank you very much. And I want to tell you why I'm switching from my original podcasting host website, which was Buzzsprout, to a new one, Anchor.fm. So what is Anchor.fm? I'm not sure how to answer that yet. I kind of found it browsing the internet. It popped up, maybe advertised to me, or it was on Instagram or something, or I was looking for podcast hosting websites, and I found Anchor. I honestly don't remember exactly how that went down. But I get on Anchor, and I start checking it out, and I'm surprised to find it's advertising totally free, distributes to all the major players, so you can listen to it on Android, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and there's also built-in monetization, and they, according to them, can partner you with advertisers to help you find your best suited advertisers, and then pay per 1,000 views or listens. You get some amount of compensation per ad that you have in your video. So anyway, what I mean by that is if you have 2 ads in your video and one's worth $15 per 1,000 clicks and the other's worth $10 per 1,000 clicks, and you get 1,000 clicks, you're looking at $25. There's also a really easy way to build out your podcast within there. So you can upload a clip, upload an ad, upload a clip, upload a song. They have built-in songs. It's a really easy to use interface. And honestly, it was looking too good to be true. And I haven't found that to be the case yet, as long as you manage your expectations. So come with me over here to the computer and let's check out why I'm switching to Anchor.fm. Okay, so here we are on the Anchor homepage. As you can see, it's the easiest way to make a podcast where everything you need is 100% free. Go ahead and click on Make Your Podcast and sign up for Anchor. Put in a name, put in the name of your show, hopefully your email. Don't use that strong password that Apple recommends. Instead, go ahead and make it password 12345 and click on the I'm Not a Robot. Once you do that, go ahead and misinterpret it, do it wrong so that you're really embarrassed, realize that you did it wrong, fix it, and verify that you're a real person. After that, you can go ahead and sign up. Here we are on my dashboard, and this is I'm going to show you for my show. So if you want to explore along with me here, so you can see I'm available on 3 platforms, and I can view my public site. So if you click on that, you can share the link, and people can find you on here. So here's my Scuttlebutt Show page. I'm on Spotify. People can support by giving you monthly donations. You can see what you're broadcasting to. So right now I'm on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I'll head back to the dashboard and let's go check out episodes. So I've got currently 3 episodes. I'm in the middle of uploading new episodes and porting over episodes from Buzzsprout. So this is brand new for me. Nobody's listened yet. Over in the money section, I have not earned any money yet, and I have not done any ads yet. But if you want to see me recording my first ad, click on the video linked at the end of this video on the end card. Let's go over to new episode. Let's say you want to upload a new episode. Click new episode, upload, navigate to it. I'm just going to use some stock audio that I have on my computer. It's fairly quick to upload and process. Not the fastest I've ever used, but certainly nothing too painful there at all. And then as you see over there on the left, we've got, let's see, transitions, and you can play some audio here. you can hear that audio and you can drag that in. So you can just drag and drop those right in. And if you want to intro your podcast with some audio and maybe outro your podcast with some audio, you can go ahead and do that. And it's really that easy. I will say this is one of the things that makes me wonder if Anchor tries to grab some ownership of your podcast, but they don't claim to. You still own your podcast completely. Then you can add in a sponsored segment. So if you want your ad to play in the middle, like let's say you've split your podcast into 2 clips and you want your ads to play in the middle, you can go ahead and do that. Like I said, if you want to hear my first ad, click on the link that's going to be on the end card of this video. And then those sponsored segments will get you paid per click. So if you get 1,000 clicks, you get the $15, which is not a ton of money. You can also, of course, work out your own sponsorship deals with companies and drop your ads right into your podcast without using this setup that they have here. After that, you just go ahead and save episode, and it's going to bring you to the episode details page where you can give the episode a name. So I'll just call this one Practicing. And then I'll give it a quick episode description for you guys to get an idea of what this area is. And then you can set it to publish now or publish in the future. You can give the episode its own unique art. You can give it a season number and episode number. And then you can give it explicit. And I don't use trailer or bonus. I just do full. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future. And then I saved it as a draft. And you see it takes you right to your, but if you wanted to publish it, you would just publish it. You can see it brought me right to the analytics page. So over here on distribution, you can see I'm distributing to Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So I'm on the Anchor app. You can see the other places that it allows you to broadcast to. And then you can manually broadcast using RSS feeds, redirect codes, and Podcast Connect codes. So I'm not very savvy on this stuff. So, and then it provides you with your own RSS feed for your Anchor stream. Back to the money section, you can see navigating here, earned, current balance. If you want to cash out, they use Stripe. So if you want to use Stripe or get a Stripe account, you can sign up there. So if you're interested in seeing how to make an ad for Anchor, go ahead and click on the video linked at the end of this video where I make my first Anchor ad. You can get an idea of how that goes. If you listen to podcasts, you probably already have an idea of how that goes. One cool thing on Anchor is the listener support section where you can have people come and make contributions monthly to your right through Anchor. I'm definitely going to try to do this. I think if you're using Anchor, you should try to use that too. That would be the fastest, most direct to you route for some revenue from your podcast would be the listener support section. But now, is Anchor too good to be true is the question. A quick Google search of AnchorFM reviews revealed a bunch of varying information as to whether Anchor is good or not, and the question of do you own your podcast? What are the pros and cons of using Anchor? So here's the top review from School of Podcasting that I found. If I click on this and kind of show you what I found here. So their opinion is, of course, that Anchor is free, and free is not good because free companies tend to go out of business. That's not always true. There's Facebook, for example, is free, and they're one of the biggest companies in the world. The idea that they think will happen is once you have a large listening, you'll move away from Anchor, which may be true, but that's fine for you. Congratulations if you are moving away from Anchor because you're doing so well. Make sure you back up all of your podcasts. Don't just upload them to Anchor and then delete them, because if Anchor does go under or disappears or loses or gets hacked, you could lose everything. It is interesting to see that Anchor is owned by Spotify, which is pretty encouraging, actually, to think that they are going to continue to do well and maintain. But it also could mean that push come to shove, Spotify is a public company. I'm sure they would just shut down Anchor if it started to hurt them financially. So then there's some other stuff down here about how Anchor intercepts your analytics and displays to you limited information. So that could be something that matters to you if you're looking for different info like analytics of who your audience is, the metrics on that, like location, age, how long they've listened. Important here though is that you do still own your podcast completely, which is probably the most important thing. And then they also intercept your emails and then send you a email. So they're like a middleman for email between iTunes. So when iTunes sends you an email, it goes to the Anchor, and then Anchor sends you the email from iTunes, which does mean that the chain of custody is broken directly from Apple to you. Does that mean it's going to be manipulated or in some way nefarious? I don't have any reason to think so. And then, of course, down here they talk about how Anchor does change your format to M4A. Doesn't matter to me. And then, because I'm going to keep high res versions of all my podcasts on my hard drive. And then 57% of Anchor users had 3 or fewer episodes because people start a podcast and then do not follow through with it. Well, what I'll say about that is it's your responsibility to advertise and bring listenership to your podcast. It is not the responsibility of your publishing site. So when I use Buzzsprout, I don't expect Buzzsprout to advertise my podcast for me or get it on the front page of iTunes. So that is entirely up to you. It's your responsibility. It's your due diligence and hard work that's going to get you there. Okay, I hope you guys found that useful. I really do. It's going to be a journey, and we're going to go through it together. I'm not taking down my Buzzsprout account just yet. They're still hosting my podcast, but I am uploading directly through Anchor. So all these new episodes that you've been hearing are on Anchor.fm. So if you've seen one pop up in the last couple of days, that's where it's coming from. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the show here on YouTube. Subscribe to the Scuttlebutt Show via your favorite podcast listening app, or go directly to Anchor.fm. Or just head over to the Anchor.fm page, which I'm going to link down below, and check out some of our content. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. I really appreciate the feedback. I'm really active in the comments. I'm happy to have you guys here, and I will talk to you all real soon.